Today I thought of finally crafting the ultimate sword at Terraria, the Zenith. It's been a while since I've made a video like this, and it's nice to be back. I've been actually into playing Terraria ever since on my break on YouTube. But if you guys want to see me play Terraria on a new world, on a new character, then just comment down below. Now without further ado, let's get crafting the Zenith. So I actually have a few of the swords already to craft Zenith, from just playing the game normally basically. I'm only needing a few more swords, which I'm looking forward to get in this video. So I started with a great fiery sword. Wait, what? No, I started with a fiery great sword. I went to the Terrarian hell, or nether, I'm not entirely sure what you call it, and grabbed some hellstone to craft the sword. I then proceeded to try and find some stingers for the blade of grass. I tried looking in my chest and storage, but with a foggy brain, I was kind of not sure where is where. When I finally found a chest, I tried to find a stinger, but I kept looking at some worm teeth or spider fangs, and anything that looked like the stinger. And with some spores and stingers, we finally got ourselves some blade of grass. Now let us add our new swords to our collection of Zenith swords. Next sword to craft is the Crimson or Corruption weapon. The world originally generates Crimson, so we are getting the Crimson Butcher, or Blood Butcher, or yeah, that sword. I forgot what sword to get next, so we get to use a very cool teleporting device and ask our very good friend, Andrew. It turns out that we need some swords to craft another sword to craft Zenith. So to get the Knight's Edge, I actually have all of the swords for it. So I got really excited. I tried to use the teleporting device again, but I was holding my phone, so yeah, there's a thing. So I just proceed to grab the swords to craft the Knight's Edge. And I was honestly confused. I went to the anvils and the Knight's Edge isn't popping up at all. To our friend Andrew we go. And I did it again. I did. Andrew wouldn't talk to me. Finally, Andrew talks to me, and turns out we need to craft Knight's Edge with a Crimson altar. So off we go to Crimson. I spent quite a while trying to find an altar, and I was digging and digging everywhere. I thought this was Crimson, but it was just red light that I put. I thought I could enjoy a minecart ride while I looked for Crimson, and wow, look at these exploding animations. They're definitely part of the new update for like mobile anyways. I looked and looked, searched and searched. I thought this was an altar. Definitely not. And because I'm stupid, I just realized I'm in the planted Crimson biome. And this isn't the naturally generated in the world, so I had to travel all the way there. It's not so bad really. I just have to go home and use the pollens closer to the Crimson biome. Torch, because why not? I'm that type of player. And finally we found the altars. Knight's Edge acquired. I then ate the fries and do some dancing to celebrate. Andrew! Looks like we crafted some swords to acquire a sword to craft another sword to craft Zenith. And apparently our Knight's Edge wasn't true enough, so we have to craft the true one. And here, ladies and gentlemen, is how to craft the Zenith. I still need the Seedler, Starwrath, Meowmere, and Terrablade. Well, of course, we need to craft swords to craft a sword, to craft another sword, to craft one more sword, to craft Zenith. With all the mind blown, I forgot where you should craft the true Knight's Edge, and went back to the Crimson altar, and I was so confused that I didn't notice the mimic. I probably never saw that loot. I checked again, and I needed some souls. Went to my soul chest to grab some, but the inventory was full. Clean my inventory for attempt number 2. I didn't have enough soul of might, so I might as well borrow some from a friend. Now we craft the truth, and it's incredibly massive. Andrew! Ah yes, I need another true sword and my broken sword. The Excalibur isn't that hard to craft. I just grabbed some hollow bars from my piggy And as a lazy person, I assume to make it true, I'll be using the souls again, and of course not. Andrew, I just needed chlorophyte. I need to craft more bars, or I could borrow from a friend again. And here's the truth. Now I just need some broken hero sword from the no stealing chest, which is quite ironic how I kept stealing from my friend. Now we craft a Terra blade, which is apparently my sword. It's cool, right? Now let's celebrate in the party room. Fireworks! Okay, I think I need a Seedler now from Plantera. Let's return my friend's stuff and put our Terra blade to our chest. With the use of pylons, we're now headed to the jungle to kill Plantera. And we found our first bulb. Spawn point. In this progress of the game, finding Plantera isn't that hard, but of course I can always be stupid. No Seedler. I tried to destroy some plants hoping some bulbs to grow. Another Plantera down, and Seedler? Negative. When you're desperate, you just think every pink is a bulb. Anyways, I tried exploring the jungle to find more bulbs. Still no Seedler, but I do have this hurtful power pow. Oh look, I found some double golden chests and one in this tree. I'm actually nervous doing some of these boss fights because they are far from my arena and I'm not really into making any more digging to build more arenas. So I just use some space I'm given. Thankfully, they are big enough and no Seedler. This fight was terrible. I wish I had cleaned up the space a bit more because I just kept getting stuck and there isn't really much space for me to go to. I'm trying to exit to that mini hallway and I just couldn't do it, so yeah, I died. I'm honestly upset about it. I'm those type of players who have some sort of OCD and hates dying in the game. This time around, I'm trying to clean up the space where I am going to fight Plantera, and I hope that I won't be getting stuck and dying again. I was honestly just cleaning up and accidentally broke the bulb, so I guess we are fighting. Still no Seedler though. I am both nervous and confident in fighting Plantera, to be honest. Nervous because I'm taking risk fighting in such a small area, and confident because I basically have endgame items. Oh look what I found. A very ultra trap chest. I tried breaking some traps, but I'm still an idiot enough to still get exploded, which could have potentially killed me. The chest sucks too. And did I just miss that Plantera? What? No. I'm trying to find Plantera bulbs in the map, but I couldn't seem to find any. So I found a Zopa, the witch doctor, selling some wings. And I love to collect each wing in Terraria, so I have to get it. I'm not entirely sure how the bulbs will grow, but I might as well try removing the grass and let it grow again. It's probably wrong though. Plantera bulb detected. Anyways, destroy more of these. I went and tried to fight this Plantera right here though. My plan was to take it on the surface so we could get some space. And I know you can go ahead and scream in the comments how bringing Plantera to the surface is a terrible idea. I know that now. Well, at this point I'm just really, honestly, tired and desperate. I almost killed it too. I'm feeling sad and upset and desperate, especially now that I died again. I was upset how I lost my spawn point and I forgot that I put a hole in the house in the jungle, so we traveling by foot. At this point I just realized about the hole of the house, so I finally covered it up again, set my spawn point and invite this lady back again. I'm getting really tired going around and searching for bulbs, so I decided to finally try and create a farm for bulbs to spawn in. And I am loving these green torches, they are very bright. Plantera bulb! Spawn nearby. It's nice to be fighting in the arena again. Of course, no Seedler. I decided to test how high the leaf wings can fly compared to my steampunk wings. And I tell you, the leaf wings doesn't do much. I'm still adding it to my collection though. I also weirdly just collect statues and just display them up here. I thought of fighting mechanical bosses while waiting for Plantera bulbs to glow. Some people said defeating mechanical bosses can help increase the spawn rate of the bulbs. I'm not sure if that's true, but I might as well try. I didn't grab any twins at all because I honestly fought it so many times already compared to the Worm Warrior or Destroyer boss guy, Centipede, whatever you call it. I fought it about like twice, so I'd love to defeat more of them, so I crafted them. Slime King wants to join too, sure. Turns out I could just one-hit him. Still no bulb. It didn't get recorded, but I fought a purple mimic, which gave me this cool flying sword, which could have been so epic to have an early game. I'm enjoying this. Anyways, it's nighttime and it's time to fight the mechanical bosses. I'm actually enjoying these. Just some cool, relaxing farming. Trying out the mask. Now time for a Skeletron, our old best friend. It took me and my friend quite a while to defeat Skeletron Prime before. I used to defeat Skeletron with the Captain America shield. It was my most favorite weapon, but sadly, its damage couldn't just keep up with the bosses. I can add these to my souls collection now and perhaps pay my friend back. Still no bulb. So I decided to just prepare the spawn arena for Moonlord by making it longer while I wait. Since, after Seedler, I'm gonna be fighting Moonlord for the Meowmere and Star Wrath. Ooh, corruption is spreading down here. I tried making a flat platform for the trees, but then I remembered where my friend moved the trees. Up here! And then I realized a problem here, which is I don't have an axe at all. I attempted to craft an endgame type of axe, but seems like I don't have enough resources. I just went and grabbed my old buddy. Now let's get chopping. Replant trees, people. I continued to extend the arena, and I finished. Time to fight another Plantera. And for a while, I thought it was pretty funny stuck in there. Seedler, negative. I decided to start fighting the 4 pillars and then Moonlord to not waste any more time. So I went to the dungeon for the cult. I used to fight the cult wizard man flying on my UFO mount, but this time I just didn't bother doing so. I love the cavern mount. I know I fought very terribly, but it doesn't matter. I defeated it anyways. And I honestly have no idea what to do with all these crafting stuff. Just for fun, I also tried changing my hearts and mana into a bar type of thing. I think that way you can easily tell how's your health doing too. So first pillar, the fire one, the solar. I thought the trick in fighting them is to stay on the ground because I hate those flying centipedes a lot. I found out that it doesn't really go for you when you're on the ground. I don't know how I didn't think of this before, but I tried placing a campfire to boost my regeneration. After killing enough enemies, I went and tried killing the pillar. I successfully did and collected the solar fragments. Next one is the nebula. It's my most hated pillar. It can blind you, confuse you, and I still don't have the ultra item that can make me immune, you know. Comment down below if you want me to make a video about attempting to craft it. RIP. Shell the Goblin. I don't even know how you read that, but Fjell the Goblin. Let's not forget the campfire. Time to kill the pillar. Oh, these are what I hate the most. The unkillable projectile that just follows you around. After all the struggle, I finally killed the nebula pillar. And I had to dip for a bit. Stay away from me. Next one is the Stardust. Placing the campfires aren't always the easiest thing to do. Anyways, time to kill the pillar. And there you go. I didn't even get to put down the campfire. Last pillar, the Vortex. I thought this pillar isn't that hard, not much can fly, and most of the time, the only thing you dodge are those lightning stuff. Vortex pillar done. At this point, I am really nervous. I think I only fought Moonlord alone once. I always fought Moonlord with like at least someone else, like a friend or my brother. I have my spawn point on a nurse room. I tried to increase the length of my Stardust Dragon by like 1. Oh, and campfires. Let's not forget the campfires. And the battle has begun. Like before, I used to fight Moonlord with a UFO, but I thought the UFO moves pretty slow. When I'm almost dead and I couldn't heal yet, my plan is to teleport to Caitlin, the nurse, and pay her to heal me. But I was in so much panic. My vision is quite grayscale. I'm in maximum zoom out. I couldn't find and click on Caitlin, so I jumped down and just panic around basically. Oh boy, my corruption is spreading to my home. Main reason why my NPC are in the sky. I thought of borrowing from my friend Kanmeta again for some Moonlord's summoners. I'm eager to try again because again I'm upset I died. Attempt number 2 in fighting Moonlord. Attempt number 2 for trying to ask Caitlin for healing. I honestly almost did it, but of course I'm holding my phone. Round number 2 of running into panic. Come on, Caitlin, help me out here. I tried equipping a +4 defense. More campfires. I'm not entirely sure what does the monoliths do, but I might as well try call some power from the void. It probably does nothing but makes it hard for you to see, but sure, challenge accepted. I already summoned Moonlord when I realized my phone is on 5% battery. I was about to charge, but then Moonlord came. And now I'm quite thrown off. I don't want my phone dying while fighting Moonlord. It's gonna be the most OCD triggering thing. Attempt number 3 for asking Caitlin for healing, but she wasn't even in her room. How come I didn't think this is possible? I just pet the dog and laughed again in panic and die. Seriously, Caitlin? Let's just charge slowly. Stop talking, you two. Caitlin, please come back to your room. Caitlin! You know what? I should just create a completely separated room for Caitlin. I'm trying to build and Daddy thinks this is for him. Well, no. Excuse me, please. Let's get Caitlin some fancy walls. Finally, goodbye, Danimu. With the use of the portal gun, I transported Caitlin to her new home. Attempt number 4, fighting Moonlord. It's time to shine, Caitlin. Well, I fell, but we finally got healed by Caitlin. Let's go. I'm honestly still in panic. I don't even know where I am aiming, and my health is going down super quick again. I only have a few seconds before I could heal again. My friend was live at GTA, but finally, we have defeated Moonlord alone. Why suddenly people are messaging me as if they knew the achievement I just did. My heart was beating so fast and I was so happy. Sadly we didn't get what we needed, but this is a start. I tried fighting the 4 pillars again instead of stealing from my friend. And time to fight Moonlord again. I'm still nervous. Fighting Moonlord isn't a guarantee. I didn't notice my health and healed very late. At this point I learned I shouldn't be waiting for too long before healing so I don't have to wait too long on the cooldown too. Good thing Caitlin is here. Well, because of the cooldown I died anyways, but we are not giving up at all. Fighting Moonlord was also subconsciously been healing my fear of dying. Instead, when I die, I just worry how I lost the opportunity of getting what I need. Technically still the same, but anyways, it's, I don't feel as bad anymore. At this fight, I had to go Caitlyn twice, but it's okay as long as I don't die. Defeated Moonlord again, but still none of the sword drops. This is going to be another Plantera situation, isn't it? I thought of putting banners or potential pillars spawning locations. Maybe it could make this quicker. And then I realized I was at the wrong spot because the campfire's here. I just put more banner in again. Well, there's so much banner in the ice biome already. I tried making an area for me to put the banners in the jungle. I also then thought of placing campfires around now, so I don't have to when I'm fighting the pillars. I was trying to fix the land here so I could put the campfire, and I didn't notice this beautiful glowing fairy just flew by my hammer. I summoned the Empress of Light at night. I know that's a bad idea with what I heard from people. I was completely unprepared. I never fought this boss before. I don't know how to defeat it. Oh, but hero, where'd you get that sword from earlier, huh? Oh, of course, I stole it from my friend as always. I already returned it though. While fighting the Empress of Light, I was like, what do I do? And at the same time, like, this is so beautiful. I died, but boy did I enjoy that experience. Also, yes, I noticed that platform in my Plantera farm preventing the spreading of the grass. We are back on business and fighting Plantera. And bro, finally dropped the Seedler. Anyways, time to continue what I was doing before I accidentally killed the Empress of Light Fairy guy. Well, it didn't kill the boss itself, but yeah. Comment down below if I should make a video if ever I do try to take it down soon. Because I want to. Oh, and there's some desert storm here. I got this forbidden fragment. Not sure what it's for, but I'm assuming it's this desert version of the ice core thingy from the ice golem. I also searched about the monoliths and they were said to just be an awesome display. So I just turned it off. Defeated Moonlord again, and I didn't even need Caitlyn for this one. No swords though. This thing is cool. Pirates! It's been a while. I didn't use my Terrarian for this one, so I could just enjoy it. Gotta say though, I love pirate loot. I also thought to finally craft a better axe now that I have more resources. I also crafted my favorite, wings. I also grabbed the grapple because I like collecting those too. It changed the border here so the corruption can no longer grow the spiky stuff in my house. Time to test the wings. The current wings, steampunk, can fly about up to the 4th floor ceiling of the, reference to the NPC houses. Testing wild vortex booster. Ooh, it's pretty high. It's cool too because you can hover with it. Next, the Stardust wings. This one looks epic, and boy, it can fly really high that I no longer have any reference to know how high it goes. Nebula Mantle. It's pretty good, and you can hover with it too. It flies the same height as Vortex one. And now, for the menacing solar rings. This looks so cool, and it also flies so high where there's no reference. So I tried putting platforms for references, and this flies high. The Stardust is just a bit below than the solar. Here's a side-by-side comparison. The next wing I tested is the grapple. The static hook is my favorite. Now let's try the lunar hook. It's a bit shorter than the static when it comes to range. But it's really cool. It glows and you can hook about 4 times, and each hook represents each 4 pillars. I changed back to my static hook while the lunar hook is still activated, which let me grapple with static hook twice, which I honestly didn't know was possible. I then crafted my own Moonlord summoning disc thingy, and I hope we won't be needing it all so I could pay my friend for all my stealing. Before anything else though, let's add all our wings to our wings collection. Look at our beautiful collection. I summoned Moonlord, and while waiting, Slime King wants to join again. Of course, it's not much of a problem. It would be funny if he spawned while I am fighting Moonlord though. The Corporation of Portal Guns. No swords. I was struggling to click on Caitlyn once again, and I left from panic. Which is actually a bad idea. I should always try Caitlyn to heal me till I die. Running away is a dead end. So I told myself that this time, I will never give Caitlyn up, you know? I will never let her down. And never gonna run around and desert her anymore. I also learned to target the eye on Moonlord's head first, because it's the eye that shoots those laser thingies, which can deal a lot of damage. Wow, Caitlyn, you're really testing me if I could keep my promise, huh? Almost had me killed. I even forgot to ride my mount. Still no swords, but I got a better Terrarian. After a very long wait, finally we got one of those swords. Meow beer. It's a dull one, but I'm happy to have it. I wish I'd get another one though, because I'd like to keep this crafted more celestial seagull, and failed to use the phone. Now the damage decreased. Oh, and by the way, it's been a while since I've played Terraria this time because I had to do school and stuff, so I was quite rusty. That thing freaked me out because what if I die while Moonlord is dying? Moonlord got like the longest death animation. Bro, I thought I got another Meowmere, but turns out it's a minecart. Looks cool though. Whee! I fell the arena. Great. I came to Caitlyn, but she wasn't there. She was testing me again. I even accidentally removed the spawn point. Hey! No! I did not break my promise. I didn't desert Caitlyn. She deserted me. I am removing these platforms. And set my spawn. Yeah, the damage decreased. Okay, I am sorry. This video is way too long. I'll pay my friend off camera. I summoned Moonlord and forgot about Caitlyn. I have to do this quick. Nice. I also learned to go the opposite way with the laser thing for less damage. Yo! Finally got the Star Wrath. What? Yo! Finally got the Star Wrath. We can finally craft the Zenith. It's so cool! I can't believe that we can finally craft the Zenith. And that journey of trying to acquire Zenith has come to an end. It is quite sad. Return these. Let's now grab all the materials. And one last final recipe for the Zenith. The most important sword. The copper sword. But I forgot which one do I need, so I just grabbed both. And there it is. The Zenith. I honestly was having a hard time clicking craft on this one, but we finally got it. Let's give it a little swirl, and this is beautiful. Thank you everyone for staying tuned till we finally acquired the Zenith. I was honestly just running around with a Zenith thinking it would be the outro, but consider that I was quite tired at the time. After some long thinking, I decided to give you guys the satisfaction of testing Zenith against the lunar event. We'll do this together. One last push before my space storage dies and my editor corrupt everything. Also, so this is just an excuse just so that I don't need to say goodbye yet. So once again, let us go and fight the wizard cult guy. And let's see how fast we can defeat him with the Zenith. I was able to sweep the whole cult with like one go, which is kind of funny. I was actually able to kill it so fast, and so let us move on to the 4 pillars. And it is honestly satisfying. I barely have to move and I'm just killing them all down there quite effortlessly. I still need to dodge the lightning strike stuff, but other than that, I barely took damage. It felt so good. I tried to travel to the pillar early, and killing the pillar took like 3 seconds. Wow. Now for the Stardust. For the Nebula is where I really noticed a difference. Remember when I said how much I hate those unkillable flying projectiles around? I honestly don't think I ever saw them at all. Zenith can also pretty much just kill enemies off my screen. Going to the last pillar, I noticed how I put some of the banners very off from the pillar. But hey, solar wasn't also that hard. I was honestly, and I admit that I was playing this at midnight. As soon as the clock hits 00 or 12 a.m., my phone automatically turned on its bedtime mode, which includes turning my screen into grayscale. I thought it wouldn't be a problem for the recording since back then, when I have bedtime mode on, I tried recording or screenshotting and I tried sending it to my friends and they see colors. And basically I'm the only one colorblind. So I didn't really expect for the recording to capture the grayscaleness, but I guess they changed it on some software update. But at least now, video ideas like playing Skywars but I'm colorblind, or Block Party but I'm colorblind can be open again. If you do want to see those videos, then comment. Wow, we got a lot of video ideas here. But anyways, Solar Pillar, easy. And I realized how I don't want to fight Moonlord in grayscale, so I turned off the bedtime mode because I want to appreciate the Zenith action, which I'm glad I did, so the video wouldn't be in grayscale anymore. And just look how awesome I look, boy! Now, it's time for Moonlord versus the Zenith. Again, aiming straight for the third eye, or forehead eye. Well, I just realized Moonlord has so much eyes, I don't even know which one is the third. His health going down pretty fast, and that is nice. At the same time, I was also barely taking damage. And after so long, we defeated Moonlord! Just like that. Didn't need Caitlyn. Not even a heal. I got my life halfway, but I'm still fine. So there you go, have it guys. We have crafted and tested the ultimate sword of Terraria, the Zenith. My apologies to my noobness that made this video quite long, and also for rickrolling you guys. But thank you all so much to those who stayed for this long and wasted about an hour of your life. It's been a while since I uploaded, and here we are. I worked quite hard for this video, and so I hope you'll be able to support by liking the video. If you do have any suggestions or tips, the comment section is open for you. Thanks for watching and see you all next time.